reckoning is coming.
Listen, I really want to start with thank you for 4 fantastic seasons of television, and I have high expectations for the final season.
Thank you, Stephen. We appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks, man.
So I like throwing a curveball at the beginning, and I've been asking this of everyone. For each of you, have you ever asked for someone's autograph?
Oh, yeah. That's for a bunch. Tons of autographs. I think I got an autograph from you. Yeah.
You did on the big
Bear brick.
Yeah.
They have
what is it?
I have a Homelander bear brick, 1,000% full size bear brick, and I think I'm almost positive I have the only signed one in the world.
You
Have you
sure
ever signed?
do.
Yeah,
I've
have you
never
signed
signed
anyone?
one.
Don't, please.
You got it.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I've asked for tons of autographs. I'm a fan of a lot of people,
Me too, but I've never asked for
You never asked an autograph? Yeah.
No, actually, no. I haven't, but I am a big fan of
Not even at Disneyland? You never got Mickey
No.
Mouse's autograph?
Well, I only went there at like 40, so I didn't grow up in any states. So
We
yeah.
gotta plan a Disney trip. We go get some autographs.
I've never done it.
Oh wow.
I don't know why. It's just I haven't.
Well, now it's a thing of the past for the most part. Sorry, Steve.
I am definitely. Oh, I was going to say I'm definitely curious. What was your reaction reading the season 5 scripts for the first time? And the big question I think every fan wants to know is, does the show stick the landing?
The scripts I thought were fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
It is difficult. There's, in my opinion, there's 2 seasons that are really, well, they're all difficult, but 2 seasons on if a show is going to have a run that are hard is the second season and the last season. Because after the first season, it's the difficult second album, and then the last one, everyone's expectations are God knows where. And I think the trick is, as far as I'm concerned, the shows that really succeed with their endings, they just keep doing what they're doing. Don't try and rewrite the playbook. Just keep your true north. And I'm cautiously optimistic that we did. I mean, I know what's in it, and I was excited reading the scripts, and I'm a fan of the writers, so I was very pleased with what they put out, and I hope that the fans love it.
I'll move on to another question, which is after the first episode, which I've seen, Homelander, should fans be nervous that Homelander is going to kill everybody they love?
What about the people they don't love? I think there's always a chance Homelander goes red mist and just ends the world. So I think he's an unguided missile of a character. So you don't know what's going to happen. And I mean, reading the scripts, I didn't know what was going to happen as I was turning pages. So there's a lot to look out for.
Mm-hmm. So I definitely want to talk about your confrontation at the end of episode 1. This will run after the episode airs.
Okay.
So can you sort of, both of you, talk about filming that scene? Because what's great about that scene specifically is how A-Train is able to get under Homelander's skin, and it also shows his full circle from episode 1, I believe, of season 1, where he was unwilling to care about someone, to his death comes because he's willing to care about someone. Mm-hmm. So it's this amazing arc for his character. Can you guys sort of talk about that and filming that scene?
Yeah, to me, there was a poetic ending for this character. It was, like you said, it was a full circle moment, you know what I mean? And it was very reflective, and I was proudest of the fact that it was a conscious decision. You know what I mean? He was able to fully process what this moment meant, dodging the girl and not repeating the history of, smearing someone through the street to save himself or whatever, even knowing that he was going to die. And then it all sort of became clear to him after that. It's like he makes that decision, he flies through the woods or whatever, and then like all of a sudden he's awake and he's like, dang, like what was I so afraid of? Why have I been doing all of this? And like the way that he views Homelander in that moment was so different and final and resolute. It just felt like you know, what scientists say is like right before you die, you start to like sort of recollect memories from your life. And I just felt like there's a lot of things that were going through A Train's mind. And the one thing that he felt the need to say was just, you know, I can't believe that I was so afraid of this guy. You know, he's the boogeyman that was under my bed for so long. And finally got brave enough to take a look and realize that he's actually not that scary. And then, you know, I shouldn't have done the things that I did, but I was able to get that out and have that moment with Antony. And yeah, I don't know. It was a very fulfilling moment.
Yeah, it's a great moment of pure clarity.
Yeah.
You've accepted your fate. The veneer falls off everything. You know, it's like when you're making a decision. This is what in life, like the hardest part about a decision is like, you know, getting to the making. And then once you've made it, you've chosen your course, and then you get clarity and peace. And that's what I saw in what you did and where the character went. It's a beautiful moment.
Before I run out of time, Antony, I definitely have to ask you about playing Andy Warhol, which is I can't wait to see your performance in this. Can you talk about getting to play Andy and what the film is about?
Crazy, dude. I went straight from literally the day I finished our job. I got an email from Julius, the director, saying, "You're going to be Warhol." And I was like, "Oh, well, great." And then went straight into just cramming as much pop art Andy Warhol into my head as I could in 2 months before we had to start rolling camera. And it was amazing because it was just such a different experience. It was like the absolute polar opposite of The Boys. So it was I felt very fortunate to be able to be involved, and it's a great bunch of people, and I'm really excited to see it. I haven't seen it, so they're cutting it now, and it's gonna be fun.
I'm out of time. I really want to say thank you both for your work on The Boys. Have a fantastic day.
Thanks, Stephen.